Okay, at this point, Caldwell City Hall has produced enough drama to fill a season of Real Housewives. The problem is, this is a city government, not a reality TV show. Now, for the past several years, the city of Caldwell has found itself at the center of a growing list of lawsuits, settlements, and internal disputes. At the heart of many of those conflicts is Police Chief Rex Ingram. Now, to be clear, though, none of the allegations involving Ingram have resulted in criminal charges. But the legal battles have come one after another, drawing City Hall, the police department, former employees, and now even the mayor into an ongoing public fight over leadership, accountability, and who's really to blame. If you're just now catching up or you blinked, here's what's been going on over the past few years. There was a $1.5 million sexual harassment settlement when the city of Caldwell agreed to pay former Caldwell police officer Allison Butler to settle the lawsuit she filed against the city, Chief Ingram, and former Mayor Jerome Wagner. That development came down in May of this year. Butler alleged Ingram and Wagner made gender-based and inappropriate comments, creating a hostile work environment, discriminating against her, and retaliating after she reported her concerns. Now, other employees also sued. We have a former Caldwell HR director who sued, alleging retaliation from the city council after investigating Butler's complaints against Ingram because she did not get reappointed. That resulted in $400,000 settlement. Now, a former executive assistant also sued over allegations involving harassment, discrimination, and retaliation, leading to another settlement worth $150,000. If you're wondering, where are they getting all of this money to pay out these settlements? Well, the Idaho County's risk management program provides liability and property insurance for local government agencies, so they've been footing most of the bill. Meanwhile, several former police officers publicly accused Ingram of improperly using public money for travel and expenses. Those allegations triggered investigations, but an outside prosecutor ultimately declined to pursue criminal charges and found no criminal case to file. But there's still two active cases against the city. Butler's husband and former police officer alleges he was terminated after distributing flyers around Caldwell, calling for Ingram's removal, and is claiming wrongful termination and free speech violations. And another former officer sued, alleging retaliation after questioning the department's spending and management practices. Those pieces of litigations remain ongoing, but the newest chapter involves the current Caldwell mayor, Eric Phillips. According to a tort claim recently filed by Chief Ingram, he alleges there has been political retaliation by city officials, a coordinated effort to remove him as police chief, defamation and harassment, violations of his constitutional rights, and a plan to fire him before Eric Phillips became mayor. This is a case that clearly has a lot of people involved. So for a reporter's notebook, we sat down with Aspen Shumpert, who has been following this from the get-go. She talks us through what's happening next and how this tort claim is showing the other side to the story. Aspen, it's been an interesting relationship between now Mayor Eric Phillips and Rex Ingram, the police chief, but they weren't always on opposite sides, right? Phillips once worked under Ingram. So my question for you, since you've been covering this, how has this evolved into now a really public legal battle here?
I think that comes from after Phillips left the police department in 2023, went on to do other things, but still maintained relationships with people that worked within the police department. Of course, there were several lawsuits against Chief Ingram that came out with retaliation and harassment, accusing him of those things. So I think the tension started after he left the police department.
Okay, so now Mayor Phillips is in that position. Most recent update, you have Police Chief Rex Ingram filing a new tort claim against the city, but it includes the mayor in that tort claim. Walk us through the timeline. There was a leaked email. AG's office was involved to where things stand today.
In November, there was a leaked voice message that Eric Phillips, he was just elected mayor, he sent to the wrong person, and that became public.
I've checked all the boxes so I can fire his and get rid of him and get rid of his cronies.
He basically outlined his intent to fire Chief Ingram, saying he was going to use logistical terms up front, but privately that was his intent. Then in March, Fraternal Order of Police attorneys on behalf of Ingram filed a complaint with the AG requesting that they investigate Mayor Phillips on accusations of intervening with police investigations, asking other agencies where investigations stand. The AG came back and said there wasn't anything that the mayor would have been doing that violated state state criminal law. So they denied to request it on that behalf, saying even if those instances are true, he is the highest paid employee in the city, and therefore he's allowed to basically do those things.
And then that brings us to the tort claim today. What's going on with that one?
Yeah, that brings us to the tort claim that was filed last month, really laying out Ingram's side of things. It's interesting because we haven't heard a lot from Ingram in the last year of this conflict that's been going on, city issues coming up, several lawsuits filed against the city. This is really Ingram's side of things that we're hearing for the first time, including he's accusing the city of violating his employment rights with harassment, retaliation, threats that are impacting him emotionally. And so he's accusing that Mayor Phillips is part of this ongoing campaign against Ingram. He references that voice memo as being proof that there was planned wrongful termination. He didn't name other city employees, said there were unnamed city employees also involved in this campaign, but that is still under investigation.
So I guess what's next? What does this tort claim mean? What should Caldwell residents be watching for in the next coming weeks, even months?
Yeah, the tort claim is the first step in being able to file a lawsuit. So the city actually responded to the tort claim, denying the accusations, saying they were vague, didn't have merit, and if Ingram wants to pursue with a lawsuit, they would be ready to defend that. So we're now going to be waiting to see if Ingram follows up with that, filing his full lawsuit. I would say that would be the next step and what people should be watching out for.
Caldwell's got a lot of cleanup they've been doing for the last couple years.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Aspen.